all went to the University of Idaho together. Ethan majored in recreation and management, and they said his relationship with Zaina was something special. Like, this kid is so fucking adorable. And the way they talk about him, they said that he was someone that you can count on to make you smile.
Ay, Dios mío.
Now, the piece of shit that is Bryan Kohberger, he was attending Washington University and pursuing his PhD in criminal justice. He graduated DeSales, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a university in PA. He received a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in criminal justice.
Wow.
While attending DeSales, whatever the fuck, while attending this school, he posted on Reddit with a survey and asking about victims and how do you approach your victim as a killer? Who would be the weakest victim? This is how sick this fuck was, but also very stupid. We'll talk about that later.
You thought, bro. You thought, my guy. You thought. So there's a bunch of details on this case from what we've read so far, but one of the saddest to me is the picture that Kaylee posted on Instagram the day before they died. And if you haven't seen this picture, it's really been everywhere. They look so happy. They're just hugging each other and they all have these smiles and they just look like this little happy family.
Seriously.
It's so fucking sad. Roommates Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk both made statements during the interviews that indicated everybody living in the house was home by 2 a.m. and asleep or at least in their rooms by approximately 4 a.m. This is with the exception of Kurt Nodal, who received a DoorDash order at the residence approximately 4 a.m., the affidavit says. Law enforcement's interview and identified DoorDash driver, and they were eliminated as a suspect. As mentioned, Zaina and Ethan, who were a couple, they were attending a Sigma Chi fraternity party. Madison and Kaylee had been at the Corner Club, which is a bar in town. Footage shows Madison and Kaylee later brought food at the Grub Truck food cart in downtown Moscow around 1:45 a.m. And this was before returning home. And based on cell phone towers, Bryan didn't leave his house until 2:40 a.m.
Okay.
So not all kids were sleeping. Some of them were awake and some of them were getting ready for bed. As we mentioned, Zaina was receiving a DoorDash order before the murders, and she was also active on TikTok around 4:12 a.m. And by 4:25, Zaina and her boyfriend Ethan were dead. Also, roommates Madison and Kaylee, they were murdered as they slept on the 3rd floor.
I'm sorry. After eating, I don't go to bed I don't fall asleep that quickly. They were alive.
Yeah, they had especially a big meal. You want to relax a little bit. Oh my God! This makes it all even more sad. Oh my God!
Did he know she was alive? Oh my God!
Police said that one roommate, identified in the affidavit as DM, I'm gonna assume that's Dylan, was awakened at approximately 4 a.m. by the sounds coming from upstairs. She thought it was her roommate Kaylee saying there was someone here. DM looked out her bedroom door but didn't see anything after she heard more noises. She told investigators she heard crying. She heard a male saying, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." She heard more voices and she heard a loud thud. She also heard a dog barking. She opened her door a 3rd time, but this time she saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask walking towards her. It was a male. He was at least 5'10", not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. If you see what this man looked like, I can see the bushy eyebrows.
Yeah.
If you're covered, I can see it. Investigator identified a white Hyundai Elantra that was seen traveling near the house between 3:29 a.m. and 4:20 a.m. Starting at 3:29 in the car, believed to be driven by Bryan, it was circled around the area 3 times and then it entered the home at around 4:04 a.m. It was then seen departing the area around 4:20. Authorities discovered that Kohberger's phone pinged cell towers in Pullman around 4:47, which is around the area that they said that he left his house, which was around 2:40. That was the last ping for about 2 hours. 2 hours. And then at 4:48, the phone appeared again, and it pinged along the highways of Moscow, across the border into Washington, and then back into Pullman, where the motherfucker lives.
So he went to the third floor first?
Yeah. He had to have started in the third floor first. If he left it up there. He walks in, goes into Zaina's room, kills Zaina and Ethan.
Was he ready to do it? It was still in a holder. Why was it still in a holder? Were you ready to do it or not?
No, I don't think he was ready to do it.
One thing that Jack, which was Madison's boyfriend, one thing he said that will stick with me was that Maddie and Kaylee died together side by side. When he said that, I lost my shit. Like, these two girls, man, and also to Ethan and Zaina. Like, it's so sad, but they were not alone. Like, it's
in a way, I guess it's
so sad.
I guess it means something that, they all died together.
Wait, so the FBI had tabs on this guy, okay? He followed them all the way back to Pennsylvania, where later they would recover a sample from the trash and match the DNA to Kohberger, which is the DNA that was found at the scene of the murder, and the knife on the knife sheath that was left near the victim's body during that attack. You can't run away. You can't. No matter, you can have 20 degrees in fucking criminology.
Bro, and another thing, it's 2023. There is footage everywhere. Everyone has a Ring camera. Everyone has a dash cam. Bro.
Your phone? Are you fucking stupid? You take your fucking phone to the scene of the murder. You take
and your own car.
It's stupid, dude. All signs point to him.
Like all of them, bro.
According to the affidavit, the Idaho State Crime Lab determined that the sample found in the trash likely belongs to the biological father of the person who left the DNA on the knife sheath. 3 days later, Pennsylvania police, that was it. That's all it took. That DNA. 3 days later, 3 days later, Pennsylvania police arrested Kohberger. He was soon extradited to Idaho and appeared in court on January 5th.
It's fun to watch other people dance the ball. Yeah. Have a good night. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free grub truck on my app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one.
Maybe I didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the mac?
Don't forget to remove the spoon.
The carbonara.
The carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Order 78. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You prepared, Derek.
It's because I try not to forget my wallet. It's a good reason.
That's smart, Derek. It's probably good to not lose your wallet. Guys, fuck yeah, great ticket times, honestly. Like, Luke, Tebow, really solid. Order 85. Thank you.
Can I do the big burrito? But I'm gonna be really quick. I'm so sorry. Can I get it with that? The chipotle slaw?
Yes, you absolutely
And
can.
then
No
without
slaw.
the onion salsa?
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
47. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You prepared, Derek.
It's because I try not to forget my wallet. It's a good reason.
That's smart,
to
Derek.
forget
It's
your
probably
wallet.
good to not lose your wallet. Guys, fuck yeah, great ticket times, honestly. Like, Luke, Tebow, really solid. Order 85. Thank you.
Can I do the big burrito? But I'm gonna be really quick. I'm so sorry. Can I get it with that? The chipotle?
It's a good reason.
That's smart, Derek. It's probably good to not lose your wallet. Order 85. Fuck yeah, great ticket
Can
times.
I do the
Like,
big burrito?
Luke,
But I'm gonna be
Tebow,
really quick. I'm so
really
sorry.
solid.
Can I get it with that? The chipotle?
I'm going through the Bryan Kohberger case documents that were finally unsealed, and I got to this part of one of the supplements. This is supplement 23.
Hi guys, I'm back again, going through the Bryan Kohberger case documents, and I'm going through them rather slowly, only because I'm taking notes as I go along and just trying to understand how Bryan Kohberger was tied to this murder. Yes, I am aware that he pled guilty of the unalivings, and however, from my point of view, I don't trust law enforcement per se. Um, I've seen many cases where justice was not served. I've seen cases where the wrong perpetrator was indicted. And in this particular case, I wanted to dig in through the evidence and just see exactly how law enforcement tied BK to this murder. So we know there's three key pieces of evidence in this case that tied Bryan Kohberger to this murder: the DNA found on the night sheath, as well as they spotted the white Elantra surrounding the home at the time that it is said that the murders took place. And the other key evidence was they were able to tie his cell phone to the towers around the home during that time, right? Okay, so Mary writes that on November 13, 2022, now this is the day after the murders, I was informed of a possible surveillance camera located at 1112 King Road. Snyder had spoken with one of the residents at this location. Why, if Snyder was the one communicating with the resident, why didn't he write up this report? That's I'm not really sure how this happens, but I do question that. All right, so the residents at this location, the name is PC, right, who had a camera using the HomeEye Pro app on the porch of their dwelling. Snyder provided me with the username and password for the account. I asked Snyder if this video was stored on a cloud-based system for me to view, or if the resident could download a copy of the video. I was provided an SD card. So there was no really answer to that. We don't know, but he was provided an SD card. Okay. But the file format was not recognized by any of my forensic computers and prompted me to format the disk. Snyder informed me that the resident could screen capture the video from her phone. So, and the card was returned. Oh, hey, Mr. Officer, I can't get you the evidence. I can get you the evidence, but actually, I can actually just screen grab it and send it to you. This is evidence for a quadruple murder, and you want to screen record something? Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. From my perspective, I would do everything I can to hand over these detectives whatever they need to get this fucking bastard that kills these 4 college students in my fucking neighborhood.
So I'm just sitting here reading the Idaho State Police interview with Dylan, and I'm fucking screaming. I don't get it. I don't understand her timeline.
Okay, so we are reviewing the forensic evidence on this case, and we're going to follow the blood that was found on the table and see if it was tested. This report was accepted on December 27th, 2022 and January 6th, 2023. Well, tests performed on items 72 through 78, 101, 102, 103, and 104 indicated the presence of blood. Results from the presumptive chemical tests for the presence of blood were negative on items 100, 105, 106, and 107. A portion of items 72 through 78, 101.1, 103.1, 103.2, 103.3, and 108 have been forwarded for DNA analysis. Results will follow in a separate report. So let's follow the evidence and see what happens here. This report begins on page 6 of 35, and it says items 72 were submitted swab from, what I'm looking for is 74. Item 74 submitted swab from the second floor table. Then we continue on to the next page. Okay, here we go. 74. Item 74 submitted swab from second floor table. Date of analysis, January 9th, 2023. Dear Lord. None of this evidence was tested prior to Bryan Kohberger's arrest. So again, I ask myself, how did the evidence point them to Bryan Kohberger? Because I'm not seeing it. In fact, let me read you some email exchanges from November 16th. They had him. They knew his name on November 16th. Now, I just want to clarify something. This is not a Hunter Johnson did it or Jack DeCourt did it video. This is a video basically stating how the fuck did you come up with Bryan Kohberger? Now let's read this email. I was just informed. This email is from the forensic lab manager, Rylene. It was written Wednesday, November 16th at 10:12 a.m., okay? I was just informed a trooper will be delivering the knife sheath from the scene today. They're requesting DNA, Latins, and if we see any trace to preserve that and notify Matthew so he can develop any possible leads. They have been made aware we will need reference samples and major case prints from all 4 victims. Almost an hour later, literally, Rylene says they do now have a suspect. Do you see that? As of right now, the knife sheath is their only item of evidence. This was written November 16th, 11:32 a.m. They have no other evidence, is what we are being told. We have had some recent developments in the last few minutes. We are rolling a crime scene team up there right now, probably Jenny, Kerry, Tara, Haley, and Wyatt. Bill Thompson is the prosecutor. The autopsies are occurring today in Spokane. They do now have a suspect. And the response to that was, let's go back. It is not expected that we start this tonight, he says at 1:28. First thing in the morning is fine. No biggie.
So I was trying to get a live-out granted for this upcoming semester. Usually you can't do that, but